The date of December 2nd.
Yes.
Were you still employed by Mr. Diggs at this time?
Yes.
And where were you on December 2nd?
I was in the house. 7 schoolmasters.
Gotcha. And that day, what were you doing that day?
I woke up in the morning, prepared breakfast. Mr. Diggs came downstairs. He asked me what was I doing for the week. And I asked him, oh, so you weren't going to tell me that I wasn't able to come to Art Basel? And he explained why, and it was because of the situation with me and the other coworker, Lindsay Bolin. And I was upset with him, not upset at the fact I couldn't go to Art Basel. Me and him have a relationship for over 4.5 years. He could have told me weeks ahead of time, because me and his girlfriend, Cardi B, we were talking about having like outfits and stuff. It was like a whole thing being planned, and he just waited till the last day. So I was more upset with him not letting me know I wasn't going to come like at an earlier time.
Right away, notice the timeline being built here. Prosecutors aren't just asking what happened. They're establishing the witness's emotional state before the alleged incident. In court, context matters. Was there tension? Was there a disagreement? Jurors are being given the pieces they'll later use to evaluate credibility and motive.
And at some point during this day, were you alone in your bedroom?
Yes.
And do you know around when this was?
It was in like around 3 afternoon, 3-ish.
When you're in your bedroom by yourself, what, if anything, were you doing?
I was sitting on the bed, laying across the bed. I had my laptop, reading a cookbook, actually.
And were you communicating with any people at this point?
I received a text from Anna, was one of his friends.
Did you receive any text or send any text to Mr. Diggs?
No, the morning text. That was in the morning. We had went back and forth.
So you had some previous texts in the morning?
Yes.
Let's go. You're in the bedroom. What happens next?
I was in the bedroom. Mr. Diggs came into my room. I was laying across the bed. He came into my room.
And when you were in the bedroom, was the door closed?
Yes, the door was closed.
So when he came in, did he open the door?
Yes, he opened the door.
Did he leave it open after him?
No, he closed the door behind him.
And you said you were on the bed?
Yes, I was laying across the bed.
About how far away were you from the door?
About 4 or 5 feet, something like that.
So he comes in, closes the door behind him. What happens next?
He asked me to come here. He walked across the room and like leaned back on the dresser.
Okay, and just to give a kind of a sense, where's the dresser in the room in relation to like the door and?
Across the room, alongside the bathroom door.
Okay, so about how far away from the front door is the dresser?
Or 8 feet. I don't know a nice amount of feet.
Okay, so some amount of distance from it. You said he leans against the dresser?
Yes.
Are you still on the bed at this point?
I'm still on the bed at this point.
What happens?
He comes in, he looks very angry. He was upset from the text exchange we were having. And in that text exchange, he was calling me bitches, and he was just very upset.
But what happened in that room?
He came in and he with intent to hurt me.
No. What, not his intent or anything. What actually happened?
He was leaning against the dresser. He asked me to get up to come here. I got up off the bed and I came across to him.
This is a critical moment. Listen to how detailed the questioning becomes about room layout, distance, and positioning. It may sound repetitive, but these details are often used later to test whether a witness's account remains consistent under cross-examination. Every foot, every movement, every sequence can become important.
I stood in front of him, like I stood on the side of him, because he was leaning back. I stood on the side of him, and he was like, what was all that shit you was talking?
And then what happened?
And I was beginning to say, you said, and I couldn't finish my statement, and he smacked me.
So when you say he smacked you...
He smacked me with an open hand.
Do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my face.
Do you know which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
And I know you're putting your hand against your cheek. Is it your cheek that got
It
struck?
was my cheek that got hit.
About how far away from you were you from him when that happened?
I was at the end of the dresser.
And where was he?
He was on the, like in front of me on the other side of the dresser.
So about how much space was in between you?
Maybe 3 feet, 4 feet.
So you said that he I want to use the word. Did you say smack or slap? I don't know what the word was.
Smack.
So he smacked you,
Yeah.
and then what happened?
I went to try to like block him, like push him like this, like stop.
So again, I see you're pushing your hands out.
I pushed up. He's way taller than me. I pushed up for him.
How tall are you?
4'11", 5 feet.
And how tall is he? Do you know?
6 feet, 6'1".
So you said you pushed out and you made a motion with your hands. So does that mean you pushed with your hands
Yes,
around what, like his stomach, his chest, his shoulders?
up to block his hands.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then he Can I have a second? Can I have a second?
Yes, you can.
Right. When I went up to push his hand, like block him, like block him, he took his arm and he like came around my neck with the grip of his elbow around my neck, and he began to choke me, pressure on my neck with his elbow.
So you said you pushed against him, and then he put his arm around your neck.
Yes,
Do you know? Were you facing away from him?
I was facing him.
You were facing him. He put his arm around your neck.
Yes, he like spun me around.
He spun you around.
You know, like I will have to show you more so than I can describe it.
Describe it as best you can.
I was standing in front of him. When he slapped me, I went to like try to hit him back like that.
The testimony has now shifted from a verbal confrontation to allegations of physical violence. Notice that the prosecutor immediately focuses on specifics: breathing, pressure, duration. Those aren't random questions. They go directly to elements the jury may have to consider when evaluating the seriousness of the alleged conduct.
And then it was like he tackled me, like got me to try to keep from pushing him or protecting myself. And he put his arm around my neck like this, and he was choking me.
So you ended up in a position where his like forearm or bicep was around your neck.
Yes.
And you said he choked you. What exactly did he put pressure on your neck?
Yes, he put pressure on me.
And were you able to breathe?
At first, and it kept getting tighter, tighter.
So were you able to breathe?
No.
About how long were you in this position?
I would say roughly I can't recall the amount of time. I just know it went from the edge where we were in front of the dresser to the side of the bed to him falling on top of me on the bed.
So about how far of a distance is that?
About maybe 4 or 5 feet, something like that, 5, 6 feet.
At some point, did he let you go?
Yeah, he let me go. When we got to the side of the bed, I was pushing back. I started to do a move that I saw off of social media. He said to me, that shit is not going to work.
So you said you tried to do
There
a
was
move.
a defensive move where you try to put your hands underneath the person that's trying to choke you. It's like something I saw on a women defensive page or something. And he said, that shit you see on Instagram is not going to work. And that's when he got tighter. Like, the more I was trying to pull his hand, he got tighter.
And then what happened?
And then I was pushing back. And then he like fell down on top of me on the bed because I was on the side of the bed. And it was like, he was like letting me, like, I guess he was about to let me go. But as he was getting up, he like pulled my hair. And he was like, yeah, I thought so.
And then what happened?
He got up off of me, off the bed behind me, and he walked around the bed. I told him I still haven't got paid. He said lies. And he was like, so what are you doing? So what are you doing for the week? And I was like, I'm staying here. He said, I don't want anyone in my house. I don't want anyone here. I was like,
One thing jurors often look for is what happened immediately after an alleged incident. Did the person tell someone? Leave the location? Seek help? Those post-event actions can become a major point of debate for both sides. What do you think? Do the witness's actions afterward strengthen her account? Or do they raise additional questions?
okay, so who's going to get my ticket? He said, who always gets your ticket? And that's it. He walked out of the room.
So from the moment he entered the room to the moment he left, about how much time went by?
My last text to Anna was probably like 3:30 something. I text Sunny at 4:11, so it was between that time because I didn't have plans. I didn't have money to go anywhere to travel, I know.
I know, but just the question was about how long time.
It was just in between that time. I can't say exact, but I know it's before 4:11.
So is that 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes?
He was in the room probably maybe 10 minutes, 15. I'm not sure.
When he left the room, what happened next?
I looked down at my pants. I had peed my pants, and I had just came off my cycle, and I was bleeding really bad again. I guess because I was so scared, I changed my pants, and I cleaned up myself, and I came back in the room, and that's when I text Sunny to get my flight.
And where was that flight to?
Atlanta.
At some point, did you exit your? When you said you went to your bathroom, is that the bathroom that's connected to the bedroom, right?
Yes.
At some point, did you leave out your bedroom again?
I didn't leave out my bedroom till later in the afternoon.
But so at some point later on, you did. Do you know about how long you stayed there?
In my bedroom? A while, because I was trying to figure out what I was going to do.
So at some point though, that later on that day, you exited out of the bedroom.
Yes.
And what did you do next?
When I exited out of the bedroom? While I was in my bedroom, I was packing my clothes to leave. I called another coworker, I would call her, and I just asked her, like, you know, what she was doing, and she was like, I told her I wasn't able to go to Art Basel, and that like I was going home, and she was like, oh, you should come here, and I was like, you know what, I'll come there.
When she said here, what does that mean?
New York City. So I then proceeded to change my flight to go to New York.
And when was that flight going to be?
I just know I landed at 10:49. It was a later flight in the afternoon.
But it's that day?
It's that day, yes.
Did you see Mr. Diggs anytime after that happened that day?
Yes.
And what was that like?
He was getting a massage, and I was leaving out. By the time I saw him, I was handing over birthday gifts that I had got.
So when you said you're handing out birthday gifts, who were you handing out birthday gifts
to him?
This is a gift that you had already purchased, or?
Yes, I normally give him a birthday gift every year.
When's his birthday?
November 28th.
Okay, so this was a little bit afterwards?
Yeah.
So at some point, did you leave this house?
Yes.
How did you leave to get to the airport?
Uber.
All right, and so an Uber came and picked you up and brought you to the airport?
Yes.
You went to New York, was it New York City or New York State?
New York City.
Also New York State, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And who did you meet up in New York City?
I met up with Shy Charles, and she picked me up from the airport, and we went to pick up her friend Talia, and then we went to her ex-husband's house to pick up something or to do something she had to do. We were there. We ordered wings and watched a movie, watched some videos.
And did you tell anyone here about what had happened to you?
No, I didn't tell anyone there because they have their own interpersonal sexual relationship, so I wouldn't have never told her anything like that.
How long did you stay in New York?
I stayed in New York Tuesday to Tuesday, so 7 days the week.
And did you come back to Massachusetts?
Yes.
And did you come back to working for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
At some point, and I know this was a little bit before, maybe a little bit afterwards, but at some point were you talking to Mr. Diggs about money you felt he owed you?
It was past wages.
Okay.
Yes.
When did you first start? When did you first bring that up with him?
During the week of Art Basel. I want to say like maybe the 5th or 6th.
Of December?
Yes.
Okay. And
And here's something courtroom viewers should pay attention to. Repeated objections and portions of testimony being stricken from the record. When a judge tells jurors to disregard a statement, it usually means the comment went beyond the scope of the question or introduced information the jury isn't supposed to consider. It's a reminder that trials are governed by rules, not just raw storytelling.
so you felt that he owed you some money from wages that weren't paid. Is that what you're saying?
I wasn't paid for the time of the month. Like I hadn't been paid for the weeks that I put in at that time.
Okay. And who did you talk to Mr. Diggs directly, or did you talk to his finance people? Who did you talk to about this?
It was a chain of command. Like I would talk to his assistant. But his assistant was under investigation for stealing watches and money. So I don't know if my things.
Sustain that portion of the answer will be stricken from the record, and the jurors will disregard it, give it no consideration to jury or deliberation. Please answer the question asked. Commonwealth, next question.
Thank you, Your Honor. At some point, did someone from Mr. Diggs bring up the non-disclosure agreement?
Yes, Mr. Diggs likes to abuse people and try to hide his abuse.
That objection is sustained. That portion of the witness's answer will be stricken, and the jurors will disregard it during your deliberations. You are to give it no consideration and do not give reason. Next question.
At some point, were you given some information about a non-disclosure agreement by someone who worked for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
And when was this?
A couple days after the assault.
At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs?
At what?
At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs?
I didn't stop working for Mr. Diggs until my last day in the house. I would say it was the 16th. So yeah, some point.
So December 16th, okay. At some point, did you report any of this to the Dedham police?
Yes.
And when was that?
The Tuesday.
Do you know the actual day, or just that it was a Tuesday?
I left on the 15th. I left his house on the 15th. I reported it on the 16th.
Okay, so... And, did you call the police? Did you go there in person? How did that happen?
I went there in person.
And, what happened when you got there?
I was begging for my pay with Mr. Diggs. Begging for days.
Objection, Your Honor.
and he refused to pay me.
Objection is sustained. That portion of the response will be stricken. The juror will not consider your deliberation. Answer the question asked. Phrase the question again.
At some point, you arrived to the Dedham Police Station.
Yes.
Did you speak to an officer?
Yes, I did.
And did you tell the officer about what happened on December 2nd?
I was very hesitant at first because of his fame and power. So yes. But I
Objection,
did.
Your Honor, move to strike.
The objection is sustained. That comment by the witness will be stricken from the record, and the jurors are to disregard it and not consider it in their deliberation.
At some point, did you tell the officer about what happened on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
And did at any point you provide to the Dedham Police text messages?
Yes.
So, Your Honor, may I approach?
Yeah.
Your Honor, may I approach this witness?
Yeah.
Approaching of what was previously marked as Exhibit 1, I'm placing something in front of you. If you could take a look at that, and when you're done looking at that, look back up at me. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes.
What is that?
It's a text message exchange between me and Mr. Dukes.
And is this the text message exchange that you provided to the Dedham Police?
Yes. I deleted messages because making the report to the police in my previous abusive relationship, me.
Stay, Sam.
I'm telling you what.
Stop. That part of the answer is stricken from the record. The jurors will disregard it. Now, please answer the question that is put to you.
Okay.
And if you don't understand it, you can have it restated for you. Counsel at sidebar. Your Honor, may I approach?
Go right ahead.
Turning your attention to what is marked as Exhibit 2, do you recognize what this is? You can look through it. There's a more than one page.
1 minute. I recognize it, but the messages is cut off.
Now the focus turns to text messages, and digital evidence can be a game changer. The discussion about deleted messages is likely to attract serious attention because both sides may argue different interpretations. Were messages removed for innocent reasons, or do they affect how the evidence should be viewed? That's exactly the kind of question jurors may be weighing as this testimony continues.
There's I believe 3 pages to this. 4 pages rather. If you want to go through it.
Yes.
Do you recognize this, what these is?
Yes.
And what is this?
This was in a text exchange
Between whom?
between me and Mr. Diggs.
And when was this text exchange from?
The morning into the noon on 12/2.
Of December 2nd?
Yes.
Is there a difference between the text messages that you provided to the Dedham police and the text messages that are here?
Yes.
And what is that difference?
I deleted bet and pussy, and I'm ruining that bitch life. Not mistaken. Yeah.
And why did you delete those